Hey everyone, this is Coloring Chemist. My name is Connie and welcome back to my channel. So we are on May 2023 of my 12 months, 12 days, 12 hauls, plus one bonus video series. So again, just a little something for you to look at while I do this intro. This is a little ornament, Christmas ornament that I made. I made a number of them a couple years ago. I think my daughter helped me. And it's felt. This one is a little more complicated than the snowman one I showed the other day, but yeah, it's just a little 3D kind of stuffed felt house. A little door and a little wreath on one side, like a little gingerbread house. So if you are not aware, I know I keep repeating myself, but that's just in case people are coming into the series and haven't watched any of the previous videos. If you aren't aware, I'm doing this haul series at the end of 2023. So when you see hauls from, April, May, June, etc., I didn't film them in those months. I filmed them at the end of 2023, kind of as an exercise for myself to take stock, take account of my spending, just see what I'd gotten, lay my hands on the things that I had bought over the year so that I remembered what I had bought and remind myself to use the supplies and the books that I buy. And yeah, maybe you might see something in the videos that looks interesting to you. Maybe something that might add some extra value to your collections. I use that term a lot, extra value. I really do believe in that. And I'm trying to, and there are some regrets, and you'll hear that in the bonus video. Some things that I purchased in 2023 that, in my mind, don't add extra value to the supplies I have or to the books I have. And that's not to say that they're not of value. They might add value to someone else's collection. Absolutely, right? Everyone is unique, and that's a wonderful thing. I always say, you do you. So if I have a supply or something like that, or a book that I decide in the end is a regret for me, that doesn't mean that it should be a regret for you. If you have that supply or you have that book and you love it, that is wonderful, wonderful. There might be some things that I say are my favorites where you think, Connie, what the heck are you thinking? But that's just the individuality that we all have, and I think that's an amazing thing. So, without further ado, I guess we will get on and we will take a look at what I purchased in May 2023. So, May. I bought a few PDFs from Etsy. This is from Rita Prints, and this was the Cozy Spaces Interiors. So I will pop that off just so you can see the picture. And all I did was I just printed this on just regular copy paper. I mean, I might color on this. I might print it, the ones that I want to color on maybe card of some kind, but this was just to give me, again, to remind myself, I have these because I don't know about you, but if I purchase PDFs, unless I print them, I kind of forget about them, right? They're on your computer. You don't maybe see them all the time. So it's not like a coloring book that's on your shelf. So these are cozy spaces, cozy interiors. I like that one. Of course, it's a lab. For those of you that maybe don't know, I'm a chemistry teacher. I know I'm filming this video, filming this video in segments. So I may have mentioned that in previous segments. I can't remember. I apologize if I have. It's a fun lab picture. Kind of a cozy home picture. Cozy kitchen picture. Says potatoes instead of potatoes. That's okay. Just kind of a cozy living space. Got lots of plants, some origami. Do all things with love. Good thing to remember. And then a cozy music room. My daughter is musical, so this is I am too. I can play piano and I can sing and I can play flute. So I can't play guitar. I've always wanted to learn. Maybe someday. Gramophone there. So yeah, that's Rita Prints, Cozy Interiors, or Cozy Spaces Interiors. And then I purchased, I don't know if this is well known. I don't hear it talked about a lot on sort of YouTube, ColorTube. But Hannah Carlson has an Etsy store. And you can purchase individual pictures there instead of, her bound books. And she also had this really cute minis. It's just 2 pages, this file. And so, oh, sorry, I should take that off so you can see them all. But they're very Hannah Carlson-esque, right? That you would probably recognize that or that as a Hannah Carlson illustration. But I really like this. It's just little bits. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 21 on that page and 21 on that page. So 42 total little minis. Some of them are kind of seasonal. We've got some hearts there, maybe for Valentine's Day. Oak leaves could be fallish. Looks like a 4-leaf clover, maybe, St. Patrick's Day. The skull could be Halloween. We've got mushrooms. We've got seashells. Could be summer, right? So this I definitely might print on some card because I think sometimes Hannah Carlson's pages can seem very overwhelming, right? There's a lot of detail. There's such beautiful illustrations. You kind of look at it and think, oh, I just haven't got time to start that right now. But this I really like this idea of little bits of Hannah Carlson. So I'm not sure if that's well known or not. I don't think it's new, but I just happened to discover it when I was on Etsy one day. This is Zoe Sadler Inc., and this is the Halloween bundle. She has a very fun style. So these are all just sort of, Halloween images. Some skulls. Cabinet of Curiosities. I like that. And I feel like I might have shown this maybe in maybe when I was flipping through Jen Katz's books, one of the first videos that I put out on my channel. I can't remember. I apologize if I did. Like I say, this is just a year-long. This is the stuff I got in 2023. It's a good reminder for me. It's maybe showing you guys some things you may not have known about or been aware of. So it's kind of a little minis page there. Witch's broom cupboard. Of course, a witch's broom cupboard would have a skeleton in it. Dancing skeleton. I think I've seen these colored. I apologize. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, these are not new. I think people know about Zoe Sadler. This might be one where you can put it all together in a long. I'm just looking here. So we've got. Yeah, they do. So poison, and then there's the poison. They overlap a bit, but I think you could probably line it up to make a long. There's essence of ghost. So you could make a long coloring page. And then there's... I won't flip back and forth because this is... Yeah, I'm trying to keep it short, although... This is one of... I think she calls them shelfies. I will flip this one. And that's the other PDF that I got. So... This is a Halloween shelfie, but she's got shelves full of just things, whether it be bottles or, So that one's Halloween. And then the last PDF, I did get this Halloween shelfies. So I think there's some repeats in here. Yeah, that Cabinet of Curiosities, the Witch's Broom Cupboard. Maybe they're all repeats. They might have all been repeats and I just didn't realize it at the time. They were a few dollars for each PDF, though. So that's, I don't mind showing. Oh, no, that's different because that's the whole picture, right, that we've been flipping, but just shrunk down to fit on one page. So that wasn't in the other one. I don't remember the Sweet Shop in the other one. So, no, there were some new ones in here. But again, I don't mind supporting, small artists on Etsy. I think it's a great thing to do. The Littlest Pet Shop. So yeah, these are her shelfies, she calls them. It's not selfies, shelfies. If you like coloring plants and you love house plants, there's a great one. There's some, I don't know, elves, gnomes down in there. That's probably why I bought this. That's a great lab page. I'll have to remember that one and color it. I love coloring. I love coloring glassware. It's fun to color. It's tricky, but I think I've got it down now. And then this was the Halloween shelfie that we saw in the other one. So those were PDFs that I got in May. And I only got one coloring book, and it's an odd one. I don't see this one too often. This is one of the, and there's a ton of them. They're like educational coloring books. I don't know, maybe some of you are familiar with them. There's one that's human anatomy. There's a biology one. There's a botany one. There's a geography one. And they are all set up so that you've got a coloring page and then information. So, you know, the human anatomy one would have all the names of the bones and, you know, whatever they were looking at. And you would color the parts of, I actually have some of them. I should show them to you someday. But this one I saw when I was, I forget where. I was in a city. I think it was maybe at my daughter's university graduation. And I went to McNally Robinson, so it must have been Winnipeg. And yeah, so we stopped there and saw this and art history coloring book. And it's got all of these. Now, it doesn't have a color image, which it would be nicer if it did, but these are meant to be not terribly expensive books. And there's a ton of pages in here. There's like 300 pages. So, yeah, and it just starts in antiquity. I think it even starts with, oh, forgive me, there's the color. So I think it starts, I don't think it starts with, no, it starts with the ancient Near East and Egypt, so it doesn't start with cave paintings, but, like, forgive me, it's been so long since I looked at this. So this was in the back, and I think I just tore it out. There is a full color section. So, sorry about the glare, but it shows you full color images of all of the images that are in this book. So you can use it for reference, to color. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people color in these books or they just kind of have them because they're fun. I'm not sure. But it's stitch bound, which is, you know, it's good. And so, yeah, I mean, they talk about instructions for coloring labeled illustrations here. Use the same color for each letter and related label in the illustration. So, fill the letter A, the word temple, and the indicated section of the drawing all the same color. I mean, so there's A, there's the temple. This is the White Temple in Ziggurat at Uruk. You wouldn't have to. You could, you know, like I say, you could take a look here. They've got an actual photograph of the building, so you could copy that. Up to you. But that was the coloring book that I got in May. I think that's the only coloring book. The rest of what I got in May was supplies. So I did get a package of these rayon gel pens, glitter gel pens. There's 100, it says 200, but there's 100 glitter gel pens and 100 refills. Because I was curious to see if these colors matched the Aeon gel pens, that the glitter ones that I like, but they don't come with refills. The Aeon gel pens have that little plasticky, spongy finger protector at the top, which I like. These rayon ones don't, but they come with refills. And the numbers don't match up exactly, but I think by eye I can probably match up the refills. So it was just a way to get some, you know, some refills for those Aeon pens without having to buy a whole nother set of Aeon. I mean, I guess I had to buy this anyway. I don't know. I was just curious, just to see how they matched up. So I got that in May. I got, this is where I keep my Kuretake Gunzai Tambi, the specialty sets anyway. So this is the tin from their graphitin pencils. Not Kuretake, sorry, Derwent's graphitin pencils. But I have them in a case. But I kept the tin because the tin was pretty. And then I put magnets on the bottom, oops, that sometimes fall off. Magnets on the bottom of all of these paint pans. And then because it's a metal tin, then you can tilt this. They don't slide. In May, I got the graphite colors. So I had these other ones, but I got the 6 graphite colors. And for swatching, I don't think I have them in my main swatch book. I might have these older ones, but I don't think I have the graphite ones in there. I might. But I also put swatches on the inside of the lid. So I put a piece of white, is that card? Yeah, I think it's just multimedia, mixed media cardstock. And then a piece of black cardstock. I drew a grid on there with a pencil, and then I just swatched everything here. So, you know, I have everything when I opened up the paints. So there's the graphite colors at the bottom there, those 6. I probably shouldn't have put them quite so mass tone, and you would have got an indication of the color, because you've got graphite red, yellow, green, but they probably all just look black to you. I can see a bit of red there. I can see a bit of yellow there. I don't see much green. And then, of course, you're not going to pick up... Well, maybe you'd pick up the colors again better on the black if I wouldn't have... You know, if I would have maybe watered them down a bit before I painted them out, but I wasn't thinking. So I got those graphite colors in May. I also got the Art Nouveau Kirtaki Ganzai Tambi paints. So these, oh sorry, I should take that off. There's a plastic sort of, it's like a protector. I guess you could use it as a mixing palette too. And of course, Kirtaki Ganzai Tambi paints, or Ganzai Tambi paints, I think in general, tend to be, I'm not sure if they have a honey binder, but they're even when you paint them out, they're shinier than typical watercolors. So you can see the paints themselves there have a bit of a shine and a glare. They always give you a swatch chart on the inside of the lid, which is nice. Again, you know, you've got the swatches right with the paints. And so, yeah, Art Nouveau colors, very vintage, muted. I like those colors. Well, I mean, not so much vermilion, but it's got color names here. The numbers are just their numbering system, and I'm not sure how their numbering system works. It doesn't seem to go in any kind of order, but that's okay. Yeah, pale aqua, cobalt turquoise light, alizarin crimson. Lots of really nice colors. Beige gray is an odd one. I don't know if you can see that to get it to stop glaring. It's like it's separated when I put water on there to activate it. And there's the beige and there's the gray. I don't know if you can see that. So, you know, if you go to use that, and this one's separated too a bit, this yellow brown. So, you know, next time I go to use that one too, I guess a bit flax beige, I'll have to make sure that, you know, I take a bit of paint out and put it on a mixing palette, excuse me, before I use it, so it doesn't get splotchy. I did too a bit, that Venetian red, I separated a bit. Yeah, those are the Art Nouveau colors. I picked up a, sorry, try and tilt that so you don't get the glare. This is a backup set of the Stettler Karat Aquarelle pencils. So these are a water-soluble pencil, watercolor pencil. And there's 2 trays in there, just kind of like that. This is my backup set. You used to be able to buy these open stock, but I can't find them, well, not easily anyway, open stock anymore. Cult Pens used to have them, but I don't think they do anymore. So I do like coloring with these. And then it was even getting hard to find the full set. So this is a full set, 60 colors. And so I grabbed them as a backup. I tend not to, well, there's a few things that I'll have backup sets on, whole sets, but not many things. I tend to prefer pencils and materials where you can get open stock. So then I'll just grab extras of the colors I know I use. But like I say, I couldn't really find these open stock anymore. So saw them on Amazon, grabbed a backup set. They're nice pencils. They're nice pencils, wet or dry. They don't have color names on them, but they do have numbers. So on a Stettler product, show it there, it says art number, and then this says 125, which I think is maybe some kind of code for the product, and then -20. See that there? The number after the dash is the color number. Now, there's no color name, but usually maybe in the literature they give, yeah. So this has a color chart here, and 20 is magenta. So often it'll come with some sort of color chart, which will give you the name and the number, so you can just match up the numbers if you want to know names here. And the numbering system across the Stettler brand, or the Stettler lines, is all the same. So 20 magenta, number 20 is going to be magenta in any of the line, whether it be, is this 20? Yep. So this is a Stettler pigment brush pen. This is 20. This is also magenta. Their color matching isn't as good as Faber-Castell, because Faber-Castell does that color matching across their lines, their professional lines. Their color matching is very good. It is difficult to match color between an ink, which is a dye, although those are pigment pens, and then there's pigment in pencils. It can be tough to match across different media, but yeah. So that's my backup set of the Karat Aquarelles. I picked up 4 of these gilding pastes. So we've got luster polish, and these are by Cosmic Shimmer. And this is snow and ice luster polish. They're pastes, and I think they're meant for card makers and crafters. You can see sparkly that is. So you can put it on a coloring page, again, to give, the impression of snow or ice. So they don't come with these, but they come with an integrated, if I can get it out. Can't get that one out. I can get a different one out. I better keep track of what goes with what. They come with integrated sponges, so you can use the sponge to dip into the paste and put on your page. I took these. These are just, I don't know if they're Tim Holtz or like just a off-brand of that, but it's a wooden stick with 2 tiny little foam ends to use for blending. And so if I want to get this into a smaller space than the sponge would fit, then I can use these. So, and then I just, to keep the same one for the same color, I just put a little elastic around it and then put it around the top, so it stays like that. So this one is Glitter Kiss, or this says Frosty Sparkle Kiss on the bottom. So there's 2 kind of glitter ones there. And then this one is a metallic gilding polish. It says Pearl Luster Gilding Polish. So it's not so much sparkly as, it's got a luster, like it looks like a white metal. And then this is also metallic gilding polish, and this is graphite. So it's more of a, again, not sparkly, but yeah, almost looks metallic. So there's those. Oh, and I got some on my desk. I picked up a full set of these tricolor brush markers by Spectrum Noir. And these are different in that Spectrum Noir did have a tri-blend brush marker that I also have. And those would have 3 of the same colors in the same color family. And it would have a light, a medium, and dark in the same marker. And just... So this is going to look very similar to those other ones. And then you would have a blending family in one marker. The difference with these tricolor ones is it's not the same color family. So here we've got Blue Gray 5, Prussian Blue, and Petrol Blue. So you can see this is greener, this is grayer, and there's a blue. So these are meant to still do blends, but not all within the same color family. So you just get some more unique blends. And these are alcohol markers. This one has lavender, wisteria, and old rose, and it's called Antique Delicates. That's the blend. This is called Twilight Sky. That's the blend. And I can show you. There are, if you buy the full set, there are 18 markers. So you've got 18 blends. You've technically got 18 times 3. What is that? 18 times 3, 54? Yeah. 54 different colors, 18 blends, right? So there's that Antique Delicate. So you can see you've got kind of a lavender, kind of a grayish purple, and then a grayish pink. There's the Twilight Sky. So you've got more of a blue-gray, a blue, and then a green blue. So yeah, colors that are similar, so you're not trying to, this would be tough to blend. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, colors that are similar enough that you should get a fairly decent blend between the three of them. So this is the Spectrum Noir Tri-Color brush, not the Tri-Blend. The Tri-Blend is like that. So you've got 3 markers in one, but they're all in the same color family. See the difference? And the last thing I got in May is, he's down at the bottom here. See them shine? They're so pretty. I got all of the Daler Rowney Pearlescent acrylic inks. And I had originally seen these on Jennifer Stay, Coloring Bliss, her channel. So these are an ink. They're an acrylic ink, so they're quite liquidy. They have mica in them, so you definitely need to shake them every time you use them. I think there's a ball in there. No, maybe not. But you shake them until you can start to see bubbles on the bottom, because that will mean that you've gotten that mica moved off the bottom. And then, yeah, you can see how shimmery they are. So it's right here, starting with Hot Cool Yellow. I just got out 3 of them just to show you. But, and then it's got a really nice color selection. We've got, Mazuma Gold, Belle Bronze, Autumn Gold, and then we go into the oranges, Birdwing Copper, Sun Orange, Volcano Red, Hot Mama Red, some pinks, Platinum Pink, Sundown Magenta, Moon Violet, Dutch Blue. And you can see they catch the light quite nicely. And you can paint with them. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I put a few, because there's a dropper inside. Try and do this without making a mess. All right, just a little dropper. See that? So I, make sure it's shaken up well, and then put a few drops in. You can just use like a porcelain. In fact, I got something in, November, because I'm filming this near the end of the year. I'm not filming this in May. I got something in November, so you'll have to wait till the November section of the haul to see. But it's where I can put a few drops of this in, use a paintbrush, and then paint with these, right? So we've got Dutch Blue, Sky Blue, Sunup Blue, Galactic Blue, Waterfall Green, Genesis Green, which I think is this. Silver Moss, very pretty color. It's like a very pale sage. Macaw Green, Silver Pearl, White Pearl, Black Pearl, Velvet Violet. It's almost got a duotone thing going. And then I also got black and just white. I don't know if the white's on here. I don't think it is. And then there are 4 shimmering colors, which will change. There's shimmering red, blue, green, and gold. Depending on how the light hits them, the shimmering red can look red or sometimes looks green. The blue can look blue or yellow, right? So there's a dual tone thing there. Then there's the white. And then they also just have a silver and a gold. There's those Cosmic Shimmer polishes down there too. Just those 4. Graphite, Snow and Ice, Glitter Kiss, Frosty Sparkle, and Pearl Luster. Yeah. So that was May 2023, part of my 12 months, 12 days, 12 hauls, plus 1 bonus video series that I'm doing. Almost at the halfway mark. Yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but I guess as a YouTube creator, you need to say these things. If you're liking my videos, please consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, leaving a comment, letting a friend know. All those things will help my channel. I hope everyone is well, I hope everyone is safe, and I hope everyone is enjoying their coloring. So until tomorrow, when we move on to June 2023, that's it. So I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.